Alright, now I don't want to leave anybody out there confused, so I'm going to break down your earth sign for a little bit. Now, your earth sign. Now, your earth sign is going to be technically now what you call your sun sign. Which, it don't matter whatever vice versa way you do it, you're still dealing with an opposition of a friction that's going on anyway. A tug of war match or a give and receive match, it doesn't even matter. So that's not the issue, that's not the case. But at the same time, it makes a little bit more sense when we can put it in the most truthful term of how things is apparently is, or apparently are, or whatever. Now, when we want to talk about earth signs, so now I want to say, okay, since I was, example, you could be born in, you was a Cancer, so or a Leo. Your earth sign is Leo. So let's just talk about earth signs in general. Now, the earth is when you was physically placed on this earth from all the other, with being a mixture of all four elements together, which is fire, water, earth, air. Now, when you're physically come into existence, that's when you gain all your earth qualities, which is the five senses: smell, see, touch, taste, hear, all that. You gain that ability and then you're able to grow. Now, so technically, all the other planets, including Earth, work together to form what we see in this solar system. And this solar system forms what we see in this experience and what's going on within this illusion, depending on its relationship with other solar systems and galaxies. So, that's how it works. So, when you come here from your Earth sign, which is the day you was born, the day you was physically made. Now, Earth itself, we like to say all the planets. Now, all the signs have rulers. We know Aries ruler is Mars, and we know Pluto is exalted here. We know Taurus is Venus. Venus rules Taurus, and also people don't understand this. What's the opposite to Taurus? Scorpio. Scorpio has two ruler planets, right? Mars and Pluto, right? So it's only right by nature for the opposition to have the same ignition going on. But people don't understand that, and they naive because they're just dumb humans, and they're on this plantation of being on Earth, so they're naive to the fact that Earth is also a planet just like the other planets, so also carry energy like the other energies. So by Scorpio being ruled by Pluto, I'm not saying this is why Taurus is going to have two rulers, but I'm just saying this is why things can play out in certain ways also. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and Mars. Taurus is ruled by Venus and Earth. There you go. And the moon is exalted in Taurus. You know what I'm saying? We know Gemini is ruled by Mercury. We know Leo is ruled by the sun. We know Cancer is ruled by the moon. We know Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. We know Libra is ruled by Venus. We know Scorpio. We know Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? We know Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. We know Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. We know Pisces is ruled by Neptune and Jupiter. So, you know what I'm saying? And back again and back again. So Venus is exalted in Pisces, if you didn't know that. Mars is exalted in Capricorn, if you didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. But for an example, when we want to talk about Earth, Earth has its own qualities, and we play out these qualities every day that Earth has as being physical, being able to see what is physically, what we can hold possession-wise, and you can equate this to a lot of Earth signs also, because there's a lot of Earth signs that understand how to plan, plan dates, know how to remember timings, know when to put work on something in order to see the results from it. That's the physical way of seeing how a plant grow. When you plant a seed and water it, you want to see it grow. Earth signs look at this towards their goals and ambitions. They look at it as plants. They look at it as or something that they're trying to do, or something that they're trying to work towards or grow towards. So a lot of times Pleiades is right over Earth. Now Earth loves to be in Taurus because it has the ability to be in the heavens, which is Pleiades, from an Earth perspective. Not from an everywhere else perspective, just from an Earth perspective. So that astrology is still pointing towards truth. It's still, but it's just they're not broad enough to see the perspective how I see it, because I'm from an outside looking in. I'm not an inside looking out trying to understand things. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm trying to understand what y'all know. Like, I may not be as good as with the English language. I may not as good at be explaining the things y'all can physically see, but I understand it. You know what I'm saying? And I can just hope for understanding back. So, because I'm not from here, you know. But at the same time, I'm trying to apply myself here in the best way I can. So I'm here as a soldier in many ways in order to express the true nature of things. And that's all I can be, and that's all I try to do. So, you know, at the same time, when we talking about Earth is what you can make practical, because you was made practical the day you was born. So it's what you can make practical, what you can analyze and structure, how you can structure your life. You know what I'm saying? Now, Earth loves being in fixed Earth, which is Taurus. So this is why Earth, this is home for Earth also again, for Gaia, Taurus, because Earth can be fixated in its home, and it can build foundation and grow the way it want to grow in one spot, not trying to create some new way of growing and initiate some new way of practical and analyzing the common sense of the senses, which is like Capricorn, or not trying to be too mutable and trying to understand other people's ways of practicalities and conclusions and stuff, and being critical and analyzing like the Virgo. No, Earth like being in fixated Earth sign, which is Taurus, being fixated and being the master over the five senses, being fixated on your own way of how you understand the practical nature of the senses. So this is why a lot of Tauruses like soft things, like foods, like seeing nice clothes or touching it, nice feeling nice things, and if you talking a lot of bullshit, it could go on one ear and not the other to an Earth sign, because they sense the communication style that you're using, and whatever communicate, and if you're using a fast talker communication style, that's too fast for them. And if you don't slow down and actually break down what you're trying to break to them, they're not going to listen to you, and they're going to be stuck in their own way of understanding it. See, this is an Earth, and this is an Earth quality in general. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, Venus shares a lot of aspect here, but this is like a brother and sister relationship. Let me break down this for y'all. The sun is like the father, the moon is like your mother. So technically, yin and yang is your father and mother in this universe, as far as the universe. But as far as this solar system, who play out the, like I said, yin and yang is powerful. Yin and yang is before you can even get to my God. You got so many other spheres of realities, dimensions, and other realities and stuff to go through before you can even get there. Other dimensions and you know, all other type of shit. But right now, as far as this universe, your broad perspective, mother and father, is yin and yang from all things that you can even understand in this universe. But as far as this solar system and the Milky Way, who plays out the characteristics as the male and female, and this as the yin and yang in this sphere of reality, is the sun and the moon. So technically, the sun is your father in this solar system, and the moon is your mother. Now, as far as a family, this is how you even know to have a family, and this is how you know to even have genders, and this, that, and the third. And this is why the planets have genders, because when they combine their two energies, they create new ones. Now it's the sun, then the moon, then once they start doing their thing, you know, the moon already had a relationship with Saturn, and the sun don't like Saturn. So look at Saturn as the moon's father, or the moon's like just father. Yeah, let's say father. So Saturn is the moon's father. So Saturn is teaching its daughter. The mother is female. The moon is female. Yeah. So Saturn is teaching its daughter structure or whatever like that. But sometimes, see, the Saturn don't have no reflection. It's like made out of lead or something like that. Saturn don't have no reflection. So a lot of times yin need direction. Like, go listen to my song First House when I say sometimes yin need sometimes yin need yang for a sense of direction. See, that's like the yin. The yin realm, when you get enlightened and know what road to take, that's only on the inside, but there's no actual direction. There's no actual direction until it comes into yang. Then that's when it's a physical direction. So that's why they both need each other. So when we talk about the sun and the moon, as Saturn being the moon's father, the daughter, he's showing the daughter how to structure herself and how to understand her periods and stuff like that. That's structure. That's a plan right there. See, the moon, Saturn teach the moon how to have a plan. So that's how females, even when it get played out through humans, the yin energy makes them go through their time of the month. But as far as just a moon and a Saturn relationship, that's the father teaching the daughter structure and a planning. So, see, but like I said, Saturn don't always have direction. So sometimes the moon needs a sense of direction, and when you in a dark room, you can't see where you're going. You can only feel where you're going. But once you turn on that light, you can see where you're going. See, the sun, that's what the sun is. The sun brings light. The sun is enlightened. That's why it's penetrated with fire signs. Fire signs are enlightened. They can make you see things that you may have not seen yourself. You may have people around you that be certain type of ways, but you may need some advice. They may be about to take your life, and you need a fire sign around you to help you analyze this person, because they may see something from that person that you may have not seen. See, that's fire signs. So, when you want to talk about as the relationship, sometimes the moon need direction. That's why by nature, a female need a man, but a man need a female also. But as far as for the direction sake of conversation, the female need the male. Now, as far as when you in the dark and you need direction, that's when the male need the female. Because when a nigga is out here doing all he can and he just get exhausted and don't know where to go, he go back home for that emotional support. Now, that emotional support give him the courage and give him a sense of direction to know what to do. If you have kids or you have anything or people you care about in your life, you know what a sense of direction is in your life inside of you is. That's a sense of direction inside. That's what the female is for, and then vice versa, for a sense of direction for a female to know what to do in her life, to know how to carry herself and conduct herself, she may need the male. Now, male and female both have male and female traits. So you may run across the females who have a lot of male protocols, and you may come across the males who have a lot of female protocols. But that doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking, but we're talking about just the sake of energies. Now, when you want to talk about as far as the relationship, like I said, sometimes yin need yang for a sense of direction. So sometimes the moon gonna need the sun for a sense of direction. So the sun kind of disregards the father, which is Saturn, and kind of follows the sun. And then the sun, that makes them a relationship. See, the sun and the moon and Saturn is family. That's why they on the same time scale, the same 90 year, 60 year, 3.369 type thing, with an 8 affinity. But when it comes to the sun is no relationship, is no relationship family wise to the moon. So it forms a relationship as a bond, male and female. So when they create, they create Mercury. Now Mercury is going to be the second rock from the sun. After that, they create Earth. Now Mercury is like the baby, but it's going to become, see, the reason why the ages, look, when the ages go backwards from our point of view being on Earth, when the age was in Pisces, it goes backwards into Aquarius instead of going into Aries. It do the same with age. So when Mercury was born first because it's the first rock from the sun, but it's the baby because time is reversed. So instead of it being older than the other planets now, it's actually younger than the other planets now because it was the first. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm going to fix the dilemma for y'all if y'all don't. Now, Mercury is the second rock from the sun because that's the first rock that the energy, when the energy combined it from the moon and the sun and created the new energy when they had sex, when they had a sextile with each other as far as positions in the space. When we play it out, we create positions with the male and female. They create positions in sky, what we call it a sextile, and that's how they create a new energy, which creates an opportunity for something new. Now, with that relationship right there, Mercury came about. Now, after that relationship, Earth came about. Okay, hold on, wait. I may be getting this wrong. Wait, no. Okay, I'm getting this wrong. Then Earth came about. So, alright, that will push Mercury to second. And that will push, so okay, Mercury is not the baby. So let me take that back. Mercury, okay, what came here first was Mars. So Mars is like the older brother. So Mars was born first. Mars was born first out of the sun and the moon. Mars was born. Then once Mars was born, Venus was born. So that pushed Mars out the way as far as space and put Venus there. Then Venus is the daughter. Venus is the daughter to the mother, which is the moon. Then once after that, Mercury was born, which is the baby brother. He's the fastest. He's running around the house. He's climbing the refrigerator. He's doing all kind of shit across the house. The older brother have to watch him. The Venus is too busy in there playing with Barbie dolls in her room and stuff like that, appreciating and valuing and relating and getting into her feelings. Mars is aggressively out here. Mars playing football. He's out here playing basketball in high school and shit. He come back home, his game is fucked up because his fast ass little brother trying to analyze, trying to see how the game work, and fucked around and fucked up the controllers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the sun and the moon is the mother and the father. Now, when it comes to Jupiter, Jupiter is like the grandfather. He was here before both of them. You know what I'm saying? He's like the grandfather. I want to say the grandfather to the sun, but I don't have full information and knowledge in from God yet, so I'm not going to, that's another video. That's why I always say it's another video, because I may not have all the information, and I look at everything like chess, so I don't want no loopholes in the truth. Because anytime it's a loophole in something, it's not the truth. That's why you can't believe in politics. That's why you can't believe in religion. Huh. That's why you can't believe in it. Hey, shout out to Suave Cali. She got me saying, huh. I was like, huh. You know what I'm saying? But you can't believe in that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't believe in all that. You know what I'm saying? Because they all got loopholes. So anytime it's a loophole into something, you can't fully go with truth with that. You can only go with facts or false. And that's going into a whole other program that has nothing to do with truth. You know what I'm saying? Something could be factual that has nothing to do with truth. You know what I'm saying? What's 2? 1 + 1 is 2. That's a fact. But the truth of the matter is we don't know where actual 2 came from. That's the actual truth. So that's always going to be true. So now, when we talk about as far as the planets and the relationships, Jupiter is like the great grandfather. I want to say to the sun for now. You know, then we got Saturn. Like we said, Saturn is the father to the moon. Neptune is the great grandmother. So you got the grandfather. He may be a little younger, but not that much younger. The grandfather, which is Jupiter, and you have the grandmother, which is Neptune. Then you have that distant spirit, the ancestor, the person who just died. Maybe the grandmother sister, or maybe the grandmother mother, or whatever way, shape, or form it come in. That's going to be Pluto. And asteroids is just a bunch of relative cousins and shit like that. Shit you slightly have to deal with, but you really don't have to deal with on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? That's asteroids. So that's how we talk about them on a family basis, and how they relate to each other on a family basis. And that's how they play out, and that's how we even know to even have family, and how to name them, and how to construct them, and how we know it's male and female, and how we know what's you know what I'm saying? How we know uncles and aunts, because they already laid out the predecessor. As above, so below. As below, so above. As right, as left. As left, as right. As up, as down. As down, as up. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the Earth and your Earth sign, we know Earth opposite is Scorpio. So we know when Earth goes into Scorpio, we know it's below, and we know it's in the turbulence of all the nasty turmoil and stuff like that. Like if on Earth, if you go to the bottom of the ocean, the only way that could be in existence if it wasn't up there first. So if you go to the bottom of the ocean, that's all the muggy shit, all the turbulence and shit like that. And boom, what the fuck is Scorpio? Fixed water. Boom, what's my analysis on that? Deep waters. When you down too deep and you can't see where you fucking at, so you try to gain and transform yourself to gain enough willpower and energy and passion in order to overcome the situation and to understand it for what it is. And you're going to be fixated on one thing. This is why they hold grudges. They be fixated on one emotion, which is water, emotions and feelings. You know what I'm saying? So that's Scorpio. So when Earth goes into Scorpio, it's an opposite. So when Earth as a whole go into there, it's like a turbulence for everybody that's on Earth also. You get what I'm saying? When the Earth goes into Scorpio, what time of the year is that? Winter time. It's rainy, all this, that, and third. Earth practically going through hell. Halloween. You see what I'm saying? You got Earthlings making programs off the energy, creating Halloween for people to dress up and mask up as shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a human shit. But they're not right or wrong. See, they're wrong because they're creating it for their liking, but they're right because whatever they're pointing to is an actual energy that actually exists. So all you could do as humans is get with the shit and get powerful enough so you can apply yourself with the shit and get aligned. And don't go against, because once you go against, you get into an opposition and friction mode. And then you get into a tit for tat of a battle, like I just said in my last video, where you're just going to be arguing, where you just all confused of the conflicts between right and left brain. And that's all you doing is arguing how you can confuse yourself with your right and left brain to the person you arguing with. So that's all you're doing. So when we get to the situation where we want to talk about right now, how I'm talking about it, this is natural truth. And Earth, that's how Earth plays out. You know what I'm saying? Now, Earth likes to be in the summertime because it is able to everything grow. When does things start to grow? And when does people plant their seeds the most? Springtime. When is springtime? Taurus. What is Taurus? The fixed part of the springtime. So it's carrying out the load of springtime. So it's cooking. So what's cooking? Something that's taking time for a process. What's time in a process? Experience. What's an experience? Something that comes into an existence. Was able to grow. The shit is truth. Anytime you kick truth, you can't be wrong. And my videos, you can't go to no books. You can't go to nothing to find out. But you know it's truth inside. So once you try to use your left brain and try to look towards other places to try to find it, you can't find it. You have to go within. See, that's where I represent. That's what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Flight boss, bitch. You know, for sure. Goddamn, the Archangel Uriel. Come on to Earth to help. Save everybody. Goddamn, flight boss.